All right. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to ISES 2025 here in beautiful Fort Collins. It's my absolute pleasure to welcome you to the 20th International Society for Equitation Science Conference, and this represents 2 decades of advancing the science behind horse-human interactions. Looking around this room, I see familiar faces and new ones, researchers, practitioners, students, and seasoned professionals, all united by our shared commitment to improving the welfare of horses through scientific understanding. First of all, I just wanted to say how humbled I am to stand here as the Honorary President of ISES. This is both an incredible honour and a tremendous responsibility that I don't take lightly. I want to start by expressing my gratitude to Katrina, our outgoing Honorary President, who has been and continues to be an absolute pillar of support during this transition. Katrina's guidance and generous sharing of her experience has been invaluable. But this is not a solitary position. I want to emphasise that it's very much a team effort. I'm incredibly fortunate to work alongside Katrina in her role as Senior Vice President and Kath Henshaw as our Junior Vice President. Together, we form a collaborative leadership team, and I know that with their continued engagement and expertise, we'll be able to serve ISES and advance our mission. We also have many new council members, some of whom I see here today. We've got Paul McGreevy, who's our new research officer, Lisa Ashton, I also see, who's come back to council as our education officer. I want to welcome Ella Bradshaw-Wiley as our membership secretary and Jill Humphreys as our governance officer. Also, Colleen Brady has moved to become our media officer. She works alongside the wonderful Chloe, who's down here somewhere. Yes, thank you, Chloe. So do find Chloe, and I encourage you to go and find her, because if you stand still long enough, she'll interview you and put it up on social media. Oh, look at that. It's wonderful to be here in the state of Colorado and at the Colorado State University. This location is particularly fitting for our conference. Colorado has a very rich equestrian heritage, and the Colorado State University has long been a leader in equine science teaching, research, and outreach. CSU's equine program is considered the most comprehensive in the United States, and the area's deep connection to horse culture makes this an inspiring backdrop for our scientific discussions. At its heart, ISES exists to bridge that gap between scientific evidence and practical application. We're a not-for-profit organisation that provides a forum for presenting, discussing and facilitating advances in equitation science research, all with the ultimate goal of improving the welfare of horses in their association with humans. The mission has never been more relevant. In a world where tradition often conflicts with evidence, where social media can spread misinformation as quickly as facts, and where horses are used in an ever-expanding range of activities, the need for rigorous, evidence-based approaches to horse welfare has never been greater. When we look at ISES's journey since 2005, it's remarkable to see how far we've come. What began with a small gathering of dedicated researchers in Australia has evolved to a truly global movement. Our conference has travelled from Australia to Ireland, from the United States to Sweden, Denmark, Canada, France, Italy, and New Zealand. This journey around the world reflects something profound, that the desire to understand and improve horse welfare through science knows no borders. Each country has welcomed us with open arms, sharing their unique perspectives and approaches. We've seen the emergence of online participation, connecting researchers and practitioners who couldn't travel, and adapting to global challenges while maintaining our commitment to advancing the science. This evolution and our resilience shows our determination to keep horses at the centre of everything we do. Our conference theme this year, Improving Connection with Horses Through Science, captures something essential about what we do. Science isn't a cold, distant pursuit. It's the pathway to deeper, more meaningful connections with horses. When we understand how horses learn, how they experience the world, how they communicate, and what they need to thrive, we become better able to provide that for them. Every research presentation you'll hear over the next few days contributes to this understanding. Whether it's investigating stress responses in therapeutic riding programs, exploring the latest developments in equine behavioural medicine, examining pain recognition, or developing new approaches to training challenges. Each study brings us closer to that ideal connection between human and horse. Looking at our program, I'm very excited by the breadth and quality of research we'll be exploring together. To begin with Dr. David Mellor's plenary, setting the stage perfectly for a welfare-focused, evidence-based discussion throughout the conference. Our scientific sessions will take us on a fascinating journey through equine learning theory, where we'll examine fundamental questions like assessing equine affective state. We'll explore research on therapeutic riding programs, delve into the field of equine behavioural medicine, and investigate how facial expressions, sound reactions, and even visual attention impact our understanding of horses. The diversity of topics is remarkable, from Christina Wilkins' keynote, Seeing Pressure, Evidence and Responsibility in Modern Equitation, to studies on everything from carriage horse welfare in Malta to the use of computer vision in equine sports. We'll hear about innovative approaches like equine scent work, examine systemic issues in equestrian sport, and explore how digital technology can assist riders. Our practical day promises hands-on learning with experts like Tammy McCormack-Donaldson on saddle fitting and horse conformation, and we'll tour the Temple Grandin Equine Centre. The conference concludes with special presentations, including the Clever Hands talk with Rick Hester, who has already taken many of you through the zoo, and that was described to me as absolutely fascinating and informative, and also the film festival winner Get the Mind and The Feet Will Follow. This program truly embodies what ISES represents: rigorous science seamlessly integrated with practical application, all focused on improving the welfare and understanding of horses. I'd like to draw your attention to something we're particularly excited to share with you today, and it's our new ISES strategic plan for 2025-2030. You'll find printed copies available outside on the registration table. There's 2 piles of them. I encourage you to grab one as you leave to go and get your coffee at the break. This strategic plan represents months of collaborative work by our entire council. Every council member contributed their expertise and passion to create a document that truly reflects our collective vision for ISES's future. What you'll be looking at here isn't just an administrative exercise, it's our roadmap for dramatically increasing ISES's global impact on horse welfare over the next 5 years. This diagram shows our 6 interconnected strategic priorities, all centred around our core mission of being a global positive disruptor. We're committed to supporting equitation science research more robustly than ever before, disseminating scientific knowledge through innovation and innovative educational approaches, and significantly expanding our reach and engagement with equestrian communities worldwide. What makes this plan particularly powerful is that it's built on concrete, measurable actions. Not just talking about change, we're implementing it. From funding student grants and promoting citizen science projects to challenging harmful traditional practices with evidence-based advocacy, every priority has specific outcomes we'll be tracking and reporting on. This strategic plan positions ISES to be the leading voice for evidence-based horse welfare globally. Whether you're a researcher, practitioner, student, or passionate advocate, there are opportunities within this plan for you to contribute to meaningful change for horses worldwide. I encourage you to read through the full document and consider how you might engage with the initiatives. After all, transforming horse welfare through science is something we can only achieve together. Looking around the room, I see the diversity that makes ISES special. We have researchers from universities across different continents, practitioners working with horses in every discipline imaginable, students beginning their careers in equitation science, and advocates working to improve horse welfare in their local communities. This diversity is our strength. When a researcher in Sweden shares findings on rein tension, a practitioner in Australia can apply those insights to their training methods. When a student in Canada investigates social learning in horses, practitioners around the world get the benefit from this new information. When advocates in any country challenge harmful practices, they can draw on research conducted by our global community. Over the next 3 days, I encourage you to embrace every opportunity this conference offers. Ask questions following the presentations, even the difficult ones that challenge your assumptions. Engage in discussions during the breaks. Share your own research and experiences. Connect with colleagues you haven't seen for years, and make sure you introduce yourselves to those you haven't met. Remember that every conversation you have, every connection you make, and every insight you gain has the potential to improve the life of a horse somewhere in the world. That's the real power of what we do. Take it home, spread it wide, embed evidence-based practices in your daily work. Share your knowledge with colleagues and communities. Challenge traditional practices. Advocate for horse welfare in all disciplines. Remember, every horse deserves the benefit of our best scientific understanding. Finally, I want to express my gratitude to the Colorado State University for hosting us, to the organising committee who have worked tirelessly to create this outstanding program, and to Sarah Matlock in particular, who's gone above and beyond to get us all here today. To the volunteers who are already ensuring that everything runs smoothly, to our sponsors from our Rocky Mountain Legacy sponsor via Nova Training, the Ram Spirit sponsor, the FEI, through to our Aggie Pride and Horsetooth sponsors, all of whom make this conference possible. Finally, and most importantly, to all of you, to your continued commitment to advancing equitation science. 20 years ago, a small group of researchers had a vision of bringing science to the world of horse-human interactions. Today, that vision has become a global movement. Tomorrow, with your continued dedication and the roadmap that our strategic plan provides, we'll reach even greater heights in our mission to improve horse welfare worldwide. Welcome to ISES 2025. Let's make it a conference to remember, and let's continue building a future where evidence truly meets practice in everything we do with our horses. Thank you.